Drought is a silent killer, creeping across landscapes, turning once fertile lands into barren dust bowls. This prolonged lack of precipitation severely depletes reservoirs, devastates entire agricultural seasons, and forces mass displacement of people and livestock, having a cascading, long-term economic and humanitarian impact. The ice storm, or glaze event, is a treacherous winter phenomenon. Freezing rain coats everything, from tree branches to utility towers, in a heavy, crystalline layer of ice. The sheer weight snaps power lines, collapses critical infrastructure, and renders roads and airways utterly impassable, leading to widespread, dark, and dangerous conditions. Tornadoes are nature's most violent wind events, rapidly rotating columns of air that descend from powerful thunderstorms. Measured by the enhanced Fujita scale, their unpredictability and localized, extreme power can completely scour the foundations of buildings, flattening entire communities in mere seconds with winds exceeding 300 kilometers per hour. Landslides are gravity's brutal display, often triggered by seismic activity or intense, prolonged rainfall that saturates the soil. They involve the rapid and uncontrolled movement of huge masses of rock, earth, or debris down a slope, burying roads, homes, and vital infrastructure instantly, making rescue efforts extremely difficult. Earthquakes are the ultimate geological threat, caused by the sudden shifting or rupture of tectonic plates in the Earth's crust, releasing immense, destructive energy in the form of seismic waves. Their primary danger is structural collapse, but they also trigger lethal secondary disasters like fires, tsunamis, and soil liquefaction. The terrifying roar of the avalanche is the sound of tons of accumulated snow and ice accelerating down a mountainside, sometimes reaching speeds over 200 kilometers per hour. A major, swift hazard in mountainous regions, they can instantly bury villages, skiers, and vital transport links, leaving little chance for survival. Heatwaves are invisible threats, directly impacting human health, especially the elderly and vulnerable, leading to heatstroke and mass mortality. Furthermore, prolonged, extreme heat strains power grids due to high demand for air conditioning, leads to devastating droughts, and is the primary ignition factor for large-scale wildfires. Tsunamis are colossal waves generated by violent underwater disturbances, typically massive earthquakes. They are not wind-driven. They carry immense volume and momentum, able to travel thousands of miles across oceans to cause catastrophic, repeated surges that level coastal infrastructure far inland. Volcanic eruptions are complex disasters. They don't just produce scorching lava flows. They also create suffocating ash clouds that disrupt aviation globally, and lethal pyroclastic flows, superheated gas and rock that incinerate everything in their path. The resulting lahars, mudflows, can bury areas miles away. Sinkholes are sudden, unpredictable collapses of the ground surface, often occurring in areas with soluble bedrock, like limestone. They create enormous chasms that can swallow homes, vehicles, and entire roads instantly, representing the unstable nature of the Earth opening up directly beneath us. A blizzard is officially defined by a combination of heavy snowfall, severe, sustained winds, often over 56 kilometers per hour, and near-zero visibility that persists for several hours. The resulting deep drifts and complete paralysis can shut down vast regions, trapping people in their homes and isolating communities. Hailstorms, particularly severe ones with large, dense stones, can cause devastating and widespread damage. They shatter windows, punch holes through roofs, heavily dent vehicles, and, most critically, wipe out entire agricultural harvests in a matter of minutes, causing massive economic loss. Wildfires, fueled by arid conditions and powerful winds, are growing in intensity and frequency globally. They destroy millions of acres of forests and countless homes, emit massive amounts of carbon into the atmosphere, and pose a severe respiratory threat from smoke and particulate matter to distant communities. These massive, rotating low-pressure systems, known by different names globally, are complex threats. They bring triple danger: extreme, destructive winds, days of torrential, flood-inducing rainfall, and the deadly, coastal threat of storm surges, severely impacting wide coastal regions and island nations. A highly destructive and fast-moving form of landslide, a debris flow is a dense, high-speed slurry of water, mud, rocks, and uprooted trees. It moves much faster than a typical landslide, completely engulfing and destroying objects in its path, rather than simply sliding around them. Floods remain the single most common and costly natural disaster worldwide. They occur when river systems or coastal waters overflow their natural confines due to prolonged rain or rapid snowmelt, inundating vast expanses of land, causing billions in property damage and displacing huge populations. A storm surge is an abnormal rise of water generated by a massive storm, exceeding the normal predicted tide. It is consistently the deadliest component of any major coastal tropical storm, as it can push walls of water far inland, overwhelming sea defenses and permanently changing coastlines. A cold wave is a rapid, dramatic, and sustained drop in ambient temperature that can be lethal. It leads to hypothermia, severely strains heating infrastructure, and causes catastrophic damage to agriculture, freezing entire crops and damaging vital public utilities like water lines and gas mains. Occurring primarily on steep, exposed slopes, rockfalls involve the rapid, often isolated, tumbling and bounding of rock fragments. They are a constant, highly unpredictable hazard in mountainous regions, posing a direct, often instantaneous threat to vehicles, hikers, and isolated structures below the cliff face. Ground subsidence is a lowering of the land surface that can be caused naturally by compaction or unnaturally by the withdrawal of underground fluids, such as excessive groundwater, oil, or gas, or by underground mining. Though often slow, it damages foundations, roads, and utility lines over large areas. These storms, common in arid and semi-arid regions, are vast clouds of wind-blown dust and sand. They reduce visibility to near zero, causing fatal traffic incidents, carry pathogens and particulate matter that trigger major health crises, and often move across international borders and continents. Severe thunderstorms are potent, localized weather systems. They combine multiple rapid threats, powerful straight-line winds, intense short-burst rainfall leading to flash floods, large hail, and dangerous, high-voltage lightning strikes, causing intense, but localized, damage to infrastructure and life. Glacial lake outburst floods, GLOFs, occur when the natural ice or sediment dam holding a glacial lake fails catastrophically, often due to warming temperatures. This failure releases a devastating, fast-moving torrent of water, rock, and ice into the downstream valleys, threatening communities miles away. Windstorms are intense, mid-latitude systems characterized by high, non-rotating winds that are capable of causing significant damage away from tropical zones. They topple trees, strip roofs, snap utility poles, and create widespread, long-lasting power outages across large continental areas.